of Pages on the iPhone and iPad. To create a new document, simply tap the plus sign and then create document. Then you're going to be shown 16 different templates that you can choose from. I'll do some slow scrolling so you can kind of see what they are. We're not going to look at all of these individually. This here is a blank document, and as you can see I have a keyboard and I can type as expected. I can hide my keyboard and have a nice way to view my document. When the keyboard is up, you can see that I have a ruler where I can actually adjust my margins by just dragging the edges. Along the top I have formatting options. This is font, this is font size, bold, italics, underline, justification, and tabs. And right here I can get a little bit more detailed about my settings and my layout. I can choose more with my fonts and my paragraph styles. I have how I want my lists to appear and the layout. So I went ahead and pasted a bunch of text into our document so we can see what it looks like if we add something like media. So if I tap the plus sign here, I brought all of my photos that are stored on my iPad. That's even including my photo stream and all of my albums. So if I choose a photo, sorry, all I've got is pictures of my daughter, like this one. Then it inserts it. I can drag it wherever I want, and so that we can see how that works a little better, let's scale it down. And you can see the text wraps around it nicely. If I want it to wrap, I just need to bring it more over. So it adjusts and works with the text rather nicely. I can also double tap to adjust the mask, and there you go. I can also add other things like tables, charts, and shapes, and they work just like images. So if I insert a table, I can choose the size, I can add more columns and rows, and drag it wherever I want it to appear in my document. Whoop, that was weird. And scale it, and I can just enter in information into each cell how I wish. To delete it, just tap it and hit delete. If I want to add a chart, these are a little bit different. I have between 2D and 3D. So a 3D chart, if I'm going to insert this chart, again, I can of course scale it down if I think the size is a little too big. I can, if you see, I can adjust the 3D how it looks. And to adjust the data, I hit edit data. And now I can adjust what data is making my chart, otherwise my chart is worthless. There's also some settings. I can plot the rows as a series or the columns as a series. And just as with the other one, tap delete to get rid of it. We can also add shapes. All pages are the same, just different colors. Let's go ahead and grab this one. So notice how it literally cut right through the middle of my text. So that's kind of neat. It's a way you might be able to have fun making brochures or something with something like this. And I can make it curved. Also pretty neat. The other ones are also editable. I can make my arrows look more interesting. If you tap the tools button, you can come over here to document setup, which actually has to be done in portrait, which is kind of annoying. Well, my document's in portrait, so I have to do the setup in portrait. So from here, I can actually have some fun. I can add some shapes, but these shapes are actually considered the background of my image, or of my document. So I can come up here, spread it out like this. So if I wanted to create some sort of border, I can then add another object and stick it like this, and then center it a little bit. Change the color of that one to maybe green. I also have some style options here so that I can get a little bit more specific about the color. I can also add some borders. Let's go ahead and add one. Let's make it thick. I can turn on a shadow. I'll do this one. And then when I hit done and come back to my document, you'll see that that's now applied to my document as the background, which is pretty neat. I think this is what lets you get some creativity involved. And notice some of the things I could add includes media. So if I had, for example, a really pretty like landscape photo or something I wanted as the background, or even if I was weird and wanted a giant photo of my daughter's face as the background of my document, I can do that. Some other things from the document setup includes down here, I can adjust my paper if I want US letter or A4. Unfortunately, those are the only two choices, which I have already found to be rather limiting. I'll put it back to US letter. If there's something on here I don't want, it's just like before, tap and delete, and it gets rid of it. Some other things that you'll find in the Tools menu are settings. Here you can turn on spell check, word count, center guides, edge guides, and spacing guides. I can also find something in my document. Let's see if I can find the word fonts. Oh, there it is. Finds it for me. That's really nice for big documents. And I can also share and print. Here's the list of places it can go. And there's also help. So this is basically the user guide for Pages with a nice search. From the document screen, you can add some more documents or copy from iTunes, iDisk, or WebDAV. You can also edit, tap the ones you want to delete, hit the trash can to delete them. You can also duplicate a document by doing this. This is Pages on the iPhone and iPad. I am Leanna with imore.com.